There's a lot of running backs that just aren't priced right in fantasy football this year. It's draft season. You got to get the running back position right to win your league. You're starting at least 2 of them. You got the flex spot open. Some running backs can have some receiving upside as well. So we got some running backs today that you should be reaching on. You should feel comfortable reaching ahead of the ADP to grab these guys. They can be league winners, high upside. First name up is a 7th round selection in the draft. Not this year, not last year. He's been there. He's done it. It's Isiah Pacheco. Now, the reason I like Isiah Pacheco this season is because we saw him be good last year as well. So why is his PPR points per game last year at 8.1? Why is everything red? Why is, oh my God, he broke his leg. This dude broke his leg. But if we look at before the leg injury, the first 3 weeks of the season, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, 16 PPR points per game from Isiah Pacheco the first 3 weeks of the season. Take a look at the snap percentage. Okay, he played 73% of the snaps. He had 17 rush attempts per game. He had 4 targets per game, so he was involved in the receiving game, which with Rachaad White potentially being suspended, that could also be something where he still is involved as a receiver. Now let's filter out, all right, he's back from injury. The final half of the season, Isiah Pacheco's back. His snap percentage, yes, he only averaged 5 points per game. He honestly, I mean, this was Kareem Hunt's backfield. Kareem Hunt was debatably the starter in the second half of the season, and Pacheco only averaged 38% of the snaps. So sure, this guy broke his legs, coming back from an injury. What did you expect? Did you expect Pacheco to come back and be totally fine off the broken fibula? No, you should not expect that. His efficiency still wasn't terrible at 3.7 yards per carry. Obviously not as good as the first half of the year, but Pacheco's going to have the full offseason to train, be recovered, and Pacheco's going to be the workhorse. Kareem Hunt is on a backup money deal. They bring in Brashard Smith, his path to playing time is being Isiah Pacheco 2.0, basically being a late round pick that gets snaps. Now the Chiefs, obviously we've seen the Chiefs they don't really care about where you're drafted if you're a running back, and Brashard Smith could get some work this season. You saw Carson Steele last season get some work when Pacheco went down. But Pacheco is the best rusher in this backfield. If Pacheco stays healthy, that is a big concern. Pacheco's rushing style, he rushes with his head forward. You see the referees actually tag him for it a couple times. They say, Pacheco, you can't lead with your helmet. So Pacheco is somebody that rushes kind of recklessly. Injury concerns, sure, but when he's healthy, we've seen, I just demonstrated it. He can be somebody that gives you 15, 16 PPR points. His ADP, where's he going? He's getting drafted in round 7 at an ADP of 84. Actually, it's an ADP of 85, one less. So the reason I love Isiah Pacheco is we're starting to get into a realm, when you're in an ADP of 85, there's not many running back ones, not many guys that aren't going to have great competition for snaps. I don't think Pacheco is going to have much competition for snaps, maybe Kareem Hunt at the goal line, but Pacheco should be somebody very involved in the Chiefs offense and poised for a breakout bounce back season. So I'm kind of smashing the current value of Isiah Pacheco. Go ahead and reach on him. Round 7, bro, go ahead and take him. Another guy, so he's ADP of 85, ADP of 86. Yeah, one spot after is Brian Robinson Jr. Similar story. Now, B-Rob had a not-so-good 2024 season, but taking a look at what he's been in the past, like in 2023, I know that he averaged 13 PPR points per game in 2023. The reason I like Brian Robinson Jr. is the offense is better. Jaden Daniels makes this offense better, and the linebackers are going to have to respect the fact that Jaden Daniels can pull the ball down. We've seen it with the Ravens offense. It's why the Ravens running backs always have so much success under Lamar Jackson. But B-Rob Jr., his competition is Austin Eckler. Eckler will take receiving work. They drafted some bum, Ja'Cory, I don't even know his name. So B-Rob Jr. is going to be the number one option in this backfield. Sure, he's only averaged 12 PPR points per game throughout his career. I mean, that's honestly, like, it's not good, but when you're getting a flex play running back at 7th or 8th round, sure, there's other guys like with higher upside, like Cam Scatterbo could come out and average 13, 14 points per game in the second half of the season. But B-Rob Jr., his snap percent rate is going to be above 60% this year. It was almost 60% in 2024. And Brian Robinson Jr., if he's healthy, he can be somebody that also has a bit of involvement in the receiving game. He only averaged 12 reception yards per game in 2024, which isn't good. I'm just kind of betting on a bounce back in efficiency. I think B-Rob Jr. can't get much worse than what he was in 2024. And did I mention, he's playing for money. What makes the world go around? It's money. Contract year for B-Rob. If he's bad this year, he ain't getting the bag. He's gone. So B-Rob's going to be more motivated this season. I think we're going to have the best season yet, and he'll be over 13 points per game on average. And an ADP of 85, I'll be taking that all day. Next guy is another running back, but he's a bit higher. ADP of 51 for Breece Hall. Breece Hall, ADP of 51. He's ranked as like the RB. He's ranked as the RB 15. He finishes the RB 17 in 2024. Now, in 2023 and 2022, let's factor them in. He is the RB wham bam, RB 10 in those ranges. Now, the first couple of seasons of his career, he was like RB 3, RB 7. So why are we taking Breece Hall at his floor? If he finished as the RB 17 in his worst season ever, why are we ranking him as the RB 15? It's not making sense to me. I mean, I'm not taking Breece Hall. I'll be taking Breece Hall all day at his floor. If he's ranked at 51, he's behind James Conner. Like, James Conner is old. James Conner, sure, he looked good in his last season, but let's not forget that James Conner is somebody that can't stay healthy. Looking at the other guys, like, he's behind Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, sure, he's old. He has a good receiving role. Behind Chuba Hubbard. It's not making sense. Breece Hall should be getting a bit of help with Justin Fields, actually. Justin Fields can't throw the ball downfield. He's going to be dumping it off to Breece Hall. The reason he's falling in ADP is because the coaching staff says, sure, we'll have Braylon Allen involved. Sure, we'll have Isaiah Days. They're tricking them. They're tricking the backup running backs to stay motivated at practice. Breece Hall should have a snap percentage above 63%. Again, if not, the Jets are straight up tanking. The Jets' backfield should be similar to the Colts, where it's how many times can the quarterback hand the ball off to the good running back we have. Breece Hall is poised to smash his current ADP of 51. I'm reaching on him. I mean, go ahead. Final name, this is a bit of a reach. It's not him, although it might look like him. It's actually Rachaad White. So Rachaad White, the one important thing. First off, receiving usage. 25 receiving yards per game, 4 targets per game, 12.5 PPR points per game. He's an ADP of 117, so he's going in round 10 of your redraft league. Rushing efficiency, 4 yards per carry. Now, we saw Rachaad White be phased out towards the second half of the year in favor of Bucky Irving, the new shiny toy. But looking at the second half of the year, 52% of the snaps were still Rachaad White. Like, Rachaad White still was seeing the field. 52, it was a 50-50 split. Let's put Bucky Irving on here. So let's actually filter down even further. Let's go weeks 10 to weeks 18. You got Rachaad White. It's probably going to come down a little bit. We'll see. So Rachaad White and Bucky Irving compared side by side. It's 50-50. 51% goes to Rachaad White and 50% goes to Bucky Irving. You might think, obviously look at the efficiency. Bucky Irving was way better and everything, but Rachaad White still was involved. Now, sure, there's a chance Rachaad White actually comes down, and it should if they're smart. It could come down to like 45%, 40% even. They could obviously make this just Bucky Irving's backfield. Bucky Irving had a big workload in college and obviously last season, and Bucky Irving has health concerns. I'm still going ahead and taking Rachaad White just because he's a safe flex play. He's going to get receiving usage. He's going to get goal line usage. He's going to be involved, and this Buccaneers offense is so good that we could see support in fantasy viability for Rachaad White and Bucky Irving both in a 50-50 split where Bucky Irving has been banged up last season, and he hasn't been able to handle a high workload, right? So I'm fine reaching on Rachaad White, taking him around 9 instead of around 10. Those are 4 running backs to consider reaching on in your league to help you win. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.